Boy, it's slick right through here.
Hey y'all, it's Megan and Andy. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us today. We've been keeping a little bit, I guess you would call, a secret for a few months. And today, we're excited to show you a little piece of it.
That's right.
And yes, part of it is this old combine Andy is standing next to.
Yeah, this is a pretty exciting part of it as well. What you're seeing us work on here is a new addition to our farm, I guess you'd say.
Yep, another 8.8 acres.
Almost 9 acres, just shy of 9 acres. Now, it doesn't join our current farm. However, it is extremely close.
It's extremely close to the potato patch and the cornfield.
Yeah, we're so close to the potato patch and cornfield that just through the woods there, the other day when we was up here working, you could hear the dog barkers going off, and they sounded like they were right beside us.
Yeah, there's a slither of land in between us and there, but
Yep.
The original farm that was here was split up into four, well, on this side of the road, into four 8.8 acre tracts. And so now we've purchased the first one years ago, which is our potato patch, what we call it. And this is 2 out of 4.
That's right.
Of the original farm now that we've purchased here down the road from the house. And honestly, I couldn't be more excited about it.
So
it's been a long time since this was a farm, though.
Oh yeah,
if you can't tell.
This land here, the roadbed we're on, has probably, so we're right here in the neighborhood where I grew up. Matter of fact, where you just seen us enter the woods down there was coming off of my daddy's land. This strip here joins part of my daddy's land. If it wasn't for that, right now at the moment, we couldn't have access to this place because the road that comes in off of the paved road,
the hard road, yeah,
yeah, it's bad.
Well, it took us days to clean this roadbed out just from here to down there. It ain't even that far up through the woods, but no. It took us days.
It sort of looked like a war zone. I mean, trees.
And it's a good road besides it being so muddy.
Oh, it's muddy. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not. Our plan was to drive in here, but it's so muddy that the Kubota said it wouldn't come in
that
far.
Yeah, it said that was it.
So we ended up having to walk in. But anyways, it's not that bad of a walk, but it is slick up that road.
So we thought we may just do a quick little walk around. We've got some ideas what we're going to do with the land here, but nothing really set in stone yet. It just, the opportunity presented itself by word of mouth, and
sometimes when those opportunities come up, you kind of have to jump on them.
Yeah, here we are.
Because it's not very often that land that's literally in your back door comes up for sale.
Yeah, it wasn't in our plans to be purchasing any land right now.
Not at all.
At this point in our life, but
a main goal of ours is to have more land. I'm sure y'all have heard me say that and heard Megan say that.
But this particular tract, we never thought we would get our hands on.
No.
Honestly.
And I was lucky enough to find somebody who had the guy's phone number that was over this. I called him up. And fortunately, we made a deal before it ever went into a realtor's hands.
I know, and you'll see in the walk around, it's growed up, it's trees everywhere, but the potato patch and the cornfield both
look the same way.
Back when we first got it. So, a little elbow grease and hard work goes a long ways. It just may take you a little longer to do it.
Yep. I think that this one right here could potentially be grown up a little worse than our other spot was. However, it's pretty close.
This is a lot flatter than our other spot, though.
That's one thing here. So, from the road, you can't tell what's here.
Yeah, at all.
At all. But when you get back in here, I'm going to pan around and show you. It is actually some good laying land. It's not steep. the whole way, so it goes
It
that
might be
way.
steep to some people, but it ain't steep to us.
No, well, compared to what we're used to, it's not steep. But from here all the way to where it joins Daddy's down in yonder, it lays fairly decent. There is a slow decline in grade from here to there. We're standing almost on top of the ridge. You can see an opening over there, which we'll walk over there in a minute. There is a field over here that you accessed from the lady's house that's in between this place and our other place. A guy had been deer hunting down here, and he had kept just a little slither of this field bush hogged and was deer hunting on it. However, the rest of that field has growed up. One more funny story. So, the combine y'all seen at the beginning, right behind the camera here, is actually my combine.
That you bought several years ago.
I bought it several years ago from the neighbor up here. And her husband farmed this whole farm back when I was little. And anyways, this was his junk combine, and I actually bought the good combine, or the so-called good combine. It's actually not that great anymore. But it's been several years ago. I bought the identical combine to this one from them, and the parts combine came with it. So technically, this was already ours. And so the funny story is we bought this land so we didn't have to move the combine.
Yeah, get all them trees out from around it.
Now the other vehicles you see sitting back there, that old Chevrolet truck, and there's a trailer.
We've got to talk to the neighbors about those. I don't know
what's
the
going to
plan
come
is.
of that. Yeah. There's a car sitting right over in there. That all belongs to the same neighbor. Obviously they don't run. So I'm going to have to see what she wants to do with that stuff. I mean, I'll gladly, once I clear this up, gladly drag it back over to her side if that's what she wants. But anyways, let's take a quick walk out into the field here, show what our ideas are going to be, and then maybe we can take a short loop around part of it here.
And don't think that we're showing this to brag or anything like that. We're excited for this journey, and we actually have the YouTube channel to track it, because like the land up there, I so wish that we had could look back at that, what it looked like before you did all that work up there.
Totally agree with that.
And so we're excited to document this part of it and to show people that just cause it looks bad like this right now, there's always potential somewhere.
Exactly. So that's, I think, one of the very first tips in ever buying raw land is buy the junk. Buy the stuff that nobody wants. Nobody around here cared nothing about this land, honestly.
People thought we were crazy
People
because we wanted it.
Exactly. They're like, why do you want that? That's just old, growed up land. Well, I see potential here. Megan sees potential here. We're already shy on land. We don't have the amount of land to do what we want to do. We want to expand in cows. We want to do several things, and we don't have the land to do it. And when you don't have the land to do it, that holds you back. Well, we were fortunate enough to have this opportunity come up here. It is going to take some work, for sure. The road bed we're standing in, at one time, was the edge of this field out here, and it's constantly just, over the years, the edge of the field has creeped in to where now the field is literally a strip. Okay. So here we are out in the field. You can't see it from here, but there is an old tobacco barn right there behind that pile of trees. That tobacco barn sits right on the line. So the tobacco barn actually belongs to the neighbor. We won't own it. However, the best we can tell from what we figured up on the lines and knowing approximately where they are, we own pretty much all of this field. And so our plan is, first thing we're going to do, since we've actually got the road cleared to get in here, is clean around the edge of this field and bring it back to the size that it used to be.
Yeah, I think that's top priority at this moment, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Because we got the road open. That was number one.
And we want to get the road going to the hard road open.
Yeah, if we can.
Hi, guys.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the first time Jacob and Maggie have seen most of it.
Yeah, we've just been up here riding around.
Yeah, they've just been on that road. They've never actually walked it. When I say we're going to clear this field off, I have not made up my mind. I think we're going to sow everything in grass. I don't know that we're going to have this like a tillable field. I think we'll just sow it in grass and let it stay like that for now.
The deer would be a major issue down
Yeah,
here.
if we tried to raise corn in here or any kind of crop.
Wait, I think I barely know where we are. What is that? Is that a deer hunt?
Yeah. So, give you a quick perspective on where we're standing. Just right in the woods there is where the combine and all was. And when that combine was parked there, that was in the edge of the field. So, that gives you a good idea how far out that field has come.
How many little rider with me?
So on the other side of this property here, we know exactly where the lines are because the neighbor who owns the land on the other side of it has recently had his land surveyed. So ours join where he's had surveyed. It's a dead giveaway where the corners and all that is. This side that joins the other neighbor, we have like a 90% idea of where the lines are, but we're not 100% sure. But they're close enough that I can tell you, this is the deer hut where the guy used to hunt out of. And right here's the barn. The property line itself is running in the neighborhood of this right here. So it's going that way and that way straight to the hard road. In this area, I don't know exactly where it's at. I mean, I could be off about 10 feet or so.
Either way.
Either way, yeah, that way or this way. So there is potential that the corner of this barn is on it too. It is potential for that, but we don't know. And that's no issue because we get along with this neighbor over here very well. And so, you know, it's fine. We just don't know it's 100% sure where this line is yet. We got a guy who's gonna come and mark everything for us. He just hasn't got here to do that yet. But the road bed that I'm talking about that goes out to the hard road is on this land. As you can see, all of this is just growed up mess. Well, like I said, everything on this side of where we're walking now, it belongs to the other neighbor. It's this side that we own.
Yeah, I think he's gonna bush hog sometime or another.
Yeah, once I get that cleared off up there to where I can drive my tractor out to this field, I'm gonna get up in here with the bush hog and clean this up the best I can. So, road bed going to the paved road is right through here. And from judging by the looks of it, I'd say ain't nobody drove on this road in at least 50 years.
At least.
At least.
Yeah. But it's what I would like to know, and I don't know how we would ever find out. It is too good of a road to be some kind of logging road. Or
No, I don't think it was a logging road. By no means does it look like a logging road. It's a wide
It's a good road.
road with ditches on the upper side of it. And I've lived here all my life, y'all. I never knew that road bed was there. That's the crazy thing. Now, the road we come up, I did know was there. But this particular road bed right here, I had no idea this road bed was here. And so, we're going to open this up. And we're going to take it out to the hard road, and that'll be how we access it from the paved road, just in case we can't for whatever. Well, it's a long ways around to come in through Daddy's end. So this would be a whole lot easier to get in and out of this place. I really like the way these woods look through here.
They're pretty.
You want to walk down through there?
We can.
Okay.
Youngins?
Y'all want to walk down through there, youngins?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to walk up the road bed there because it is really, really thick up in there.
Yeah, you can kind of tell. He's
Yeah.
talking about up through here. It's really ain't nothing but a bunch of briars.
Yeah, that's all it is briars and trees down.
Yeah.
Trees all over that road bed. Now, youngins, y'all watch your steps coming through here.
I know a lot of people ask, and they probably are going to ask on this video especially. We are all doused and soaked in bug spray, ain't we?
Yeah.
I got a good friend that makes homemade bug spray out of essential oils, and that's what we use, and it works really good. What have we found here? What is this?
It's a jar. I found it earlier. I kicked it.
Is this a usable jar for Mother?
There's one right here.
That's a cool looking jar.
It
It looks
is.
like an old mayonnaise jar or
It
something.
looks like a good flower vase or something.
Yeah.
You know how I am about containers. Something people don't know about me, many people, unless we've been friends for a long time,
It's
is
an old jar.
I have a weird obsession with cool containers.
She does do that.
This is
That's the fun thing about walking these old farms and home places.
Look, we found a mother load of old
Golly,
glass.
how many jars have y'all found?
Hey, look, that one's cool, Maggie.
Oh wow.
Look at these.
Look at that.
Well,
This one looks
this
like-
is right up Mama's alley.
Right, here's another one.
I like this one.
Why are there so many jars? This one kind of.
This must have been somebody's trash pile, if I had to guess.
People in the olden days, they didn't go to a dump. They threw stuff out. So when you get out here walking around and looking in the woods, there's some pretty cool things you'll come across. Especially on old places like this that nobody's touched for years.
Well, what I'm excited about is once the frost kills everything.
Oh man, it's gonna
That's
be
when
so
you'll
much
really.
easier.
That's when you'll really find your treasures.
It'll be so much easier to navigate up in here too. So where we're walking right now, we have no intentions of clearing. We're gonna leave it woods just like it is. Cause we like woods. I got nothing against trees at all. What I got a
jar.
problem with is places that used to be fields that get grown up. And I like to restore it back to what the farm originally looked like. So that's our goal for the most part, and then we may do some extra clearing after that. Looks like we got some old ash or walnut right there fell down. What is that? I believe that's a walnut tree that's fell. That's a good sized tree. That makes some pretty wood right there. So what I'm working my way down to is another part that I really, really like about this place, and I don't know why I like it because it's no good, but there's a creek down here in the bottom, a little tiny creek that runs to a pond, an old pond that's now the dam is busted on it. But at some point, I would love to fix this pond. Boy, look at that deep hole washed out there. Yeah, so here's the creek running into it. And where we're standing right here, I believe at some point was underwater. The dam is right in there, which if this tree right here is any indication of how long it's been since there was a pond here, well, I think that tells you it's been a long, long time. But right across here is all the old pond banks. And there's the dam. You can see where it used to go across.
So, I was one of those youngins, and I know Andy was too, walked through thick woods my whole life here and there and yonder. If you ain't never walked through thick woods, the easiest way to do it is to figure out where the deers has been walking. They'll make you a nice path wherever you want to go.
Yeah, that's
Won't they? I mean, I don't know if the camera picks up the path, but there's a nice...
It is. It's a nice deer trail.
Yeah.
Look.
I think a couple of things to look for when you're buying land. Of course, this was a little bit different situation to us because, you know, the land is right here in our back door. It's not like we're moving off somewhere and buying some more land. We're buying land that's right here in the back door, so not all of these requirements really matter. But I think it'd be a good time to say that if you were buying a piece of land, you're moving to the country and you're buying a piece of land, or you're moving from where you live now to another farm or something, there's three main things, especially in our area. That'd be number one, water. Well, we have water on this land. It's not a great deal of water, but we do have 2 creeks on this land.
And there's got to be a spring up there because it was dry actually
Yeah,
up there.
it's dry right up the hill there, and then right here it starts running.
And it's running, yeah.
Access, which we had no access to this land when we bought it, but we had it was easy for us to cut access in here.
It was easy access, yeah. To make access, I guess I should say.
Yeah, so that was not an issue. And the other thing is the topography of the land. If you're legit wanting to farm it and use it for something, you know, straight up and down land is not really that great for that.
Unless you stick some cows on it, but even then.
Cows or pigs, but you know, in reality, it's not that easy to farm steep land.
It's not that easy to clear steep land either.
That too. So,
Golly, what a tree. See that tree?
Oh wow, that is a big one.
God.
But this little piece of land right here kind of fits all 3 of those requirements.
I know that's one thing we were talking about. We're like, this has everything like that we kind of check off.
Yeah.
Even though, like he said, we're not like moving away or anything, but
no, I mean,
those are little things that we think about.
Yep. When you're looking at somewhere, that's 3 things that's going to make that land work for you or not work for you. And so, anyway, I was showing them the pond down here, or what used to be the pond. I'd like to get it fixed. I mean, however, that's a lot of work. That's going to take a lot of work and probably a lot of money to eventually make that pond back what it used to be. But it is a cool idea to think that there used to be a pond there.
Where?
I wonder why it used to be a pond down here.
Down here in the middle of these woods, I'm going to say when there was a pond there, it might have not even been woods here.
Yeah.
This could have been open field.
That's what I wonder. Like, was this a home site? Somebody lived right in here somewhere and had a pond? Or was this a cow pasture? Was this?
Well, I can tell y'all this. Obviously, my mama's been here longer than I have. She's been here all her life. And you got to think, we're right here in the area where everybody grew up. This is where Mama grew up. She didn't ever know that was a pond down here. So I'm going to say this pond's been gone for probably 100 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can look at that ditch and tell it's been a long time.
Yeah.
That's a deep ditch.
Yeah, it is.
Up there where the dam is.
You know, 100 years ago, every bit of this could have been open field. Every bit of it. And probably was. That's the cool thing about when you look at old pictures from around here, places that are now just growed up, really big trees and everything. You can look at pictures from 100 years ago and that is cleared farmland. And I think that is crazy.
Jacob, this used to be the pond. See the banks? And up there is where they dammed up the water, but it's a big ditch now. But all this right here, like we're standing in the pond, where the pond was. Can you see it? Can you see the big circle?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good sized pond to be in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, it's like, it's right.
Yeah, it's all the way around us.
Yeah.
Is there a dam right there too?
No, see, I guess the water would, well, I don't know how that
The
would.
water came down this ditch line right here and, well, this filled
somehow
up
it
this
stopped
pond.
it up at the bottom.
I mean, this would have been about a half-acre pond. Now, just beyond that pond dam over there is roughly where our property line is. So, at that point, you get onto the neighbors. So, from here, we own it that away and that away. Now,
Ain't that cool? That's deep, ain't it?
I mean,
It's the Grand Canyon of the area.
maybe I should walk over there and show that dam a little better because it is a deep, deep ditch.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like that obviously for an extremely, extremely long time.
That's a deep hole right there. Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah, look at that hole. That is deep. That's at least 5 or 6 foot deep right there. But look at this. That's a deep washout where that dam was. Let's walk back up that way because that's the clearest.
Okay.
Once you get down this way, it's so thick, I don't really care to walk through there right now. We can walk back down towards the Kubota and show, I guess, that end of it.
Okay.
Now,
Wait a minute, I'm gonna get down there.
How you gonna get back up?
I'm trying to do the same way I go down.
down where
I was wondering how long it would take you to get down in there.
down where the Kubota's parked, we'll probably just leave that just like it is. Woods. It's a lot of big trees down there. little man.
I bet
couldn't
that
resist.
water's coming straight out of a spring. I bet it is cold.
Feel of it. Is it cold?
Oh yeah. I bet it's
Kinda
so.
cold. It's cold
Wait,
as
I need to go down there and wash my hands.
I don't know if you can get down there.
You see anything in there?
Oh, there's little bitty red things just. But when I did come down here, I saw one thing go like.
But it was a little fish or something, a little minnow. Yeah. All right, let's work our way back out of here.
In my opinion, well, I mean, what little bit I know about this area so far that we've bought, which like Andy said, on the other side, we don't know exactly what's ours, so we haven't explored completely over there yet. But the pond, I think that is so, that there was a pond here at one time or another, like I just imagined in my head. I don't know. I think that's super cool.
So could you imagine somebody in overalls sitting right over there fishing? I mean, who knows? I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Yep.
Look.
Sitting here at the pond.
There's mud on my couch.
You know, and the truth could be
Makes you look tough.
they built a pond here and it never even lasted that long because the dam washed out. Maybe they didn't build something right and
It didn't make it.
it never made it. I don't know. We'll never know. But I think it's really cool that something like this is down here.
When you really think about it, it is.
When you see it from up here, it looks huge.
Does it?
Yeah.
So Jacob, the way you're heading, if you go straight up the hill, that's all ours too. And I got no intentions of ever doing anything with that up there. That can just stay woods because it's behind the neighbor's house up there, and we'll probably just leave that be. Right up there, you see that little dot? That's the combine we were just sitting at. So we'll make our way back up there. I know that this video is probably going to bring people to ask, well, how much land do y'all have in total? Because we've said it before in videos, but we get that question all the time because I think we've...
Well, we ain't said it lately.
Yeah, we hadn't said it lately, and we got a lot of new followers.
There's another big tree. I ain't trying to interrupt you.
Is that
Yeah.
the combine?
Look at this.
That's a big one.
Is that the combine up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the combine.
Oh, we can just.
Look at this.
It's got them little knots, except they ain't as big up on further. Wonder why.
Well, it's a poplar tree, but I have no idea what the deal is with this. Why that's like that.
Or maybe like they chopped all these off, but they chopped off like right there, and it like grows
I mean,
around it,
it might have been.
and it had like so many limbs coming off it.
I don't know. I've never seen a tree do like that.
But then up there they chopped it closer.
But anyways, so now total, we have roughly 17 to 18 acres at our house. We're not 100% sure about that.
And half of that we don't use because
Yeah.
it's so steep.
A good half of it is too steep to do anything
We can come back and
with.
get them.
Our other place up here, we've got 10 acres. And over half of that is too steep to really farm. We do stuff with it. We cut firewood and all that out of there and harvest trees to put on the sawmill. But then here now, like she said, we have another 8.8 acres. So almost 9 acres. So we have approximately 37 acres that does not join each other. That's in 3 different locations. However, it's all within probably a half a mile of our house.
And there's something to me a little satisfying about knowing that another piece, hang on, Jacob's got a situation, that another piece of this farm is put back together. Because I'm going to tell you, the elderly lady we bought the potato patch from was so happy that she said, you know what, when I was a little girl, we planted potatoes right there where y'all had them. That's where our popcorn is now.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just something satisfying about now here we've added another piece back to that original farm.
Yep.
And here is 8.8 acres that you ain't gonna see a house on.
That was the point I was getting ready to bring up. Now, we got nothing against somebody buying the land and putting a house on it.
Yeah, that ain't what I mean.
You got to have somewhere to live. But what she means by that is, I'm not sure how many of y'all are aware of the situation in North Carolina right now. But North Carolina is an extremely growing state. People are moving here from everywhere, and every piece of land you see that comes up for sale not so much in our specific area here, but just a few miles down the road, every piece of land, every farmland you see comes up for sale. Developer buys it, builds houses, either builds a business complex, builds something.
There ain't nothing
Industrial
wrong.
park.
There ain't nothing wrong with a house, but it's houses.
Houses. And that's what ruins what a place used to be. You know, North Carolina's, which they claim that North Carolina's main income is agriculture, and I find that extremely hard to believe because so much of our farmland has went to houses and industrial parks and all that kind of stuff. And I mean a lot. Like
The
I
farmland
can't,
in North Carolina is going like hotcakes.
and I guess growth is good for the state's economy.
I mean, there
But-
has to be some level of growth, but I think people forget that farming and the farmland is what feeds people.
And that's what built this country, was
Yeah.
farming.
Yeah,
And so this is a piece, unless something terribly, terribly bad happens, this is another, even though it's only 9 acres, this is the 9 acres that's saved from that, because you can guarantee as long as me and Megan are living, like I said, unless something bad happens,
Yep.
this is going to be farmland.
Yep.
Y'all, we have been blessed with the audience we have here with y'all. Not saying we couldn't have bought this with our own 2 jobs. However, having the extra income that we make from YouTube really made us a lot more comfortable to buy this piece of land here. And that's just the truth of it, y'all. I don't got nothing to hide about that. So just know that
Well,
y'all
now-
watching our videos is helping us achieve a little bit more of our dreams every day.
And I've done told Jacob and Maggie, I said, well, now here, Jacob, there's you 8.8, Maggie, here's you 8.8.
That's right. Here, we might ought to switch, Megan, because that thing's heavy and it's slick through here. We got this road, for the most part, cleaned out, but as you
But
can
look, you can see.
see, this was a disaster right here in this curve. But what I can't believe how muddy this road is. I know we've had a lot of rain, but man, this thing is a soup bowl.
Maybe why whoever quit you.
Well, it could have been. I wonder if there ain't a spring somewhere and it's just running out down this road. Cause it's so muddy, it's hard to walk down. But yeah, y'all, I'm not sure we say it enough, but I don't think y'all realize just how much we appreciate y'all watching our videos.
Absolutely.
Like I said,
More than words could ever express.
look, there must be a muscadine vine around here somewhere. Right there's a green muscadine. Must be up in one of them trees.
Must be
I don't
way
see it
up there.
there.
I don't either.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, yeah, we got to put the work in too. Obviously, these videos don't make themselves, but it's an amazing thing when you can make things happen by working and sharing your life with other people. It really is. And not only do we share our life with other people, all them stories we get of what we've encouraged somebody to do or whatever, I mean, that's an amazing thing.
What you looking at, sis?
Oh, ain't it pretty?
Where's it at?
Right there, it just flew. See it?
It's going to Maggie. Oh. I thought
Pretty catchy.
it was going to land on you for a second.
But I think my next plans are going to be, now that we've got the rest of the limbs cut out of this road bed, I'm going to have to let it dry up some more. But I'm going to take my excavator and come up here, and I'll clear me out a path to where I can get out to that field. I think I'll come up here at that point with a tractor and bush hog that field, and then I'm going to take my excavator and just start working around that field and digging all those little pine saplings and all that stuff up, and I'll get it piled up in the middle of it, and we'll eventually burn it.
The Kubota haven't went nowhere.
Well, it ain't went nowhere, has it?
I'm glad it didn't decide to go on home without us.
Like it was so slick, it just rolled down the hill.
Yeah, it was like, I'm done.
Like even with the parking brake, on, it just slid without the tires moving. It slid.
I think on this side of our land here, I'm not going to do it right away. Once we get the brushiest part up there opened up, I'm going to make a decision. But I really, because all this lays good in here too. And what we really want is more room for more cows. I want to get this place fenced in, but I want to get this opened up. I'm not saying I want to necessarily take out all the trees. I don't want to clear it, but I want to open it up to where we can have trees and grass underneath of them. And I can see all of this area down through here. Once you get out all that brushy undergrowth, I can see this being a really pretty spot down, especially if you're up on top of the hill up there where the field is, looking down through the woods. I can see that being a really pretty spot. So that might be some long-term goals here. But I don't know. It's crazy.
And then but it goes all the way down to the bottom of this hill, though.
Yeah, we go plumb to the bottom of the hill. We go all the way down to where we come in the woods at. I think, you know, sometimes, what did they always say? God laughs when you tell him your plans.
Yeah.
We didn't have no intentions of buying any more land right now, and the opportunity presented itself.
It was like it was meant to be, honestly.
It really was. Everything worked out. I told the guy, when I called the guy, I told him who I was. He's like, I remember my grandma talking about y'all's family and saying that if we ever decided to sell that land, that talking about my mom and daddy would probably be interested in it because it joined their farm. Well, he remembered that, and that's part of the reason he was willing to go ahead and work with us. I really appreciate them for doing that too, because the whole family was pretty happy that
a local person got it.
A local person got it, and it was going to be more back into farmland, you know. So they were pretty happy about that as well. And so I think we're going to do our best to honor that and turn it back into farmland. It's just we're going to have to do it one bite at a time. That's the biggest thing I hope anybody takes from this, is just remember, when you go out and buy a piece of property, you don't have to buy the picturesque farm. Now, that's nice, and if your budget allows that, then by all means go for it, because I would love to do that too. But you can buy a raw piece that's nothing and turn it into what you want. You don't have to work around what somebody else already had. And I think that's the funnest part of a raw piece of land, is you make it what you want it. You don't have to go with what somebody else already had. So we're back down at the very bottom here. That's the road we just were walking down and pulled the Kubota back down. This is all Daddy's farm over on this side. So in my opinion, and my favorite piece of the whole place, is this holler that goes right up through here. And it's a holler, a flat holler at that, all the way up through there. Now up way on up in yonder, I'm not exactly sure where our property line is, so I ain't gonna take nobody up in there yet. And most of it's kind of growed up like this. But there's just something about this little piece right here that I like.
It's flat.
It's flat, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Now I do know that our other corner's way over in yonder. There's a big creek right there. So, there's the other creek. Those of y'all who've been around for a very long time, you remember on our other land, which is just like right through the woods there, because the neighbor's strip is extremely narrow. But just right through the woods is our other land. And this creek here is the same creek we built the bridge across on our other spot up there that goes up to where Megan's deer stand is. Megan's thinking right now she's probably going to put her deer stand over here on this side once we get done doing our work.
If I had a penny for every deer track I've saw just now I've been walking around, I'd be a millionaire.
There's plenty of them.
Oh my goodness. They like cockroaches.
They are. Yeah, so on up in the woods over there is ours still. Obviously we can't drive anything over there because of the creek.
How far up in there does it go?
Well, I don't know. Until we get them corners marked, I won't know.
So this is one we don't know.
No. Yeah, we'll have to wait till the guy comes and
there's some big pretty rocks.
Corners. That's it. We just kind of wanted to show you, and main reason we wanted to show you all this is for ourselves. We want to be able to look back on this video and say, wow, that's what that place used to look like. At least I hope that's what we say one day.
It might be a few years from now before we can look back and say that, but
I hope not. I hope it's pretty quick, but we're just going to have to do what we can do. Look at that flat spot there. I haven't even noticed that, how it curves up into the mountain there and then comes back around, almost like it used to be something there.
That's the old house that went with the pond.
You can't ever tell.
I know.
I mean, you really don't know.
I know. That does look like it was cut out.
Yeah, it looks like that bank right there has been cut out.
You know what?
And then it's somewhat of a steep incline, and then it flattens out up there, and directly that way is that field we were just at earlier.
Is this on ours?
Oh yeah, this is ours right here, for sure.
I ain't noticed this either. Ain't
Like I
that?
said, I don't know how far that way the property line is, but I know for sure this is on ours. That could have been something here 200 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying yesterday.
But anyways, y'all, like I said, this video is to share with y'all because you are going to see us working on here. And so we wanted to share that with everybody. We wanted to make it for ourselves as well, just so we can see how things change in the next few years. And also, we wanted to thank y'all, because without y'all, I don't think this dream right here would have come true. So just know that we truly appreciate y'all watching our videos. You can't do anything with your land. What good is it to you?
That's right.
So we didn't buy this land as an investment. We bought this land to work for us. And
to have, hopefully, for the kids, you know.
yeah, and to leave for the kids, yeah. That's the main thing.
Yep.
To leave something for the kids. But in the meantime, this land has got to be earning its keep.
Yep.
And so the faster we get some clearing done and get stuff sowed in grass and all that, the faster I can get it cleared to where we can get around through this place, the quicker it'll be earning its keep. So, anyways,
guys, I guess that's going to about wrap up today's video.
just know we are super excited.
Yes.
I don't know if the video brings it through or not, but we're excited.
Very excited. But anyways, guys, till we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.